welcome to Small Business Saturday, episode 1. Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest things, but one of the hardest things that you have to do with your small business. So you are here because you, 1, support me, which is awesome. Thank you. 2, you have started a small business, but you're not quite sure where to go with it. Or 3, you're thinking about starting a small business. So today's topic is super simple. It might be silly to even make a video about this, but honestly, it's the most important thing that you can do. And that is actually starting your small business. Don't overthink it. Don't allow yourself to get into the what ifs, especially when it comes to failing. Don't allow others to talk you out of starting your small business. The hardest step is to just take that leap and go ahead and get started with your small business. Get you a notebook, jot things down, figure out, what do you want to sell? Who's your target audience going to be? Brainstorm as much as you can without driving yourself crazy and talking yourself out of it. Start small. You don't have to have an inventory of 500 things to get your business started. Set your ultimate goal for right now, for right this minute. What do you see for the first week of your business? What do you see for the first 2 weeks of your business? Don't worry about your 3-year goal, your 5-year goal, or even your 1-year goal. Shoot, don't even worry about your 6-month goal right now. Get started right now. So set you a goal for right now, how you want to start this. Allow yourself time to succeed. Some businesses take off practically what seems like overnight, and some may literally take off overnight. Majority of the time though, that's not going to be the case. Allow yourself time to succeed. Typically, they say it takes a small business 3 to 5 years to really take off. And I can say that is so true. I hit my 5-year point recently. Actually, it might have been my 6 years selling. And if you see these black shelves right here, when I originally started selling postcards, I had one of those. And that's where I stored my postcards. I had a drawer for traditional postcards, for lantern press postcards, and then for matte postcards. And then eventually I was able to bump up to 2 of those drawers and separated the categories a little differently. And then I had 4. And I don't think, when I had 4 of them, I don't think I ever completely had them filled. I started a new inventory system shortly after that. That was a little easier because prior my inventory was low, and so if you ordered a postcard, I just went to the bin, picked out the category for the postcard, and I would just shuffle through until I found the postcard that sold, and then I would ship it. Now those 2 bins are used to store empty inventory numbers, and actually sometimes those bins get full, and I actually have 3 shelves. I have 2 big shelves like this, and then a cubicle shelf behind me, and that holds all of my inventory just about. There's a few pieces hanging in my closet. Another tip for starting your small business: start following like-minded people. If you want to start a small business, find other small businesses on Instagram to follow, or on TikTok to follow, or on Snapchat to follow, or Facebook to follow. Find YouTubers to follow. If you want to get into selling art, follow people that do art. If you want to get into selling makeup or making makeup or whatever, follow like-minded people who have goals. Now, I mostly sell postcards and stickers, but I do try to resell some, and I'm trying to get more into reselling. So my follow page is kind of mixed with resellers and just other small businesses that I really love. And typically on my small business accounts, I try not to follow too many personal accounts. I try to stick with following other small businesses because that is going to be what is in my news feed, and that kind of helps give you motivation to say, you know what, that's goals right there. That's what I want. Don't let people talk you down. And here's why I say follow like-minded people, because reality is, if you want to start something small, you're going to have people in your close circle, who, family or friends, who support you. And they're like, yeah, go for it. You can do this. Or you're going to have people who kind of give you a funny look or say, should you really do that? So if you follow like-minded people, you follow people who are driven, who are having sales, who are posting regularly and everything, it just kind of helps get your motivation going, and it kind of helps give you ideas as well. And last but not least, stop making excuses. Don't sit here and wait until you have an inventory of 100 or an inventory of 500, or until you can offer 10 products or whatever. You have to start somewhere. And like most things in life, there's never going to be a perfect time. It's just something that you're going to have to jump in head first and just get started. Here's the thing. You want to wait until you have 100 items before you start posting, and your business doesn't take off right away. Say your business does grow eventually, but not right away. Now you have all this inventory that may end up being a wash. It may not. It's going to sell eventually, but how long are you going to have to hold on to it before it does? So start small. Don't set these outrageous goals that are going to be harder to achieve, because all they are doing is hindering you from starting. I like to think of them as just an excuse. My favorite teachers in college, he used to say all the time, people either have a goal, they have a dream, and they have a goal. They make it a goal. They set out a plan or whatever. Or they have conversation. They know what people want to hear. They know what they have to do to get to that point. They just never take the steps. So do you have a dream and you want to make a plan? Or are you just having conversation? Get started. That's the best advice I can give you for your small business, is get started. Guys, when I wanted to sell postcards, one, I didn't tell people for the longest time because I knew people were going to think that it was crazy. And people did think that it was crazy. I still, to this day, when people are like, oh, what is your small business? I'm like, yeah, I sell postcards. They're like, what? People still buy postcards? I cannot tell you how many times I've heard people still buy postcards. Yes, people still buy postcards. And I just have to laugh because, I went from one of those for inventory to bookshelves of inventory. I went from selling maybe 5 postcards a month, if I was lucky, to be honest, when I first got started, to, guys, this month was record breaking. I've sold over 700 individual postcards just this month alone. So give it time. In the beginning, when I was selling 5 postcards a month, those orders made me just as excited as the orders today. I can never say that I haven't been excited when something sells. Like, it's mind-blowing. When I sold 1 postcard 6 years ago, or I sold 200 postcards now, it is still mind-blowing and super exciting. And maybe that was my positivity in this. I always looked at my side business as a hobby versus something that I completely had to succeed at. It was a hobby. It was something that I enjoyed. It was something that I loved and I wanted to share with other people. If I had a sale, great. If I didn't have a sale, that was okay. Now I'm starting to get transition into trying to take a hobby and really make it into something that I can do hopefully full-time one day. But I still struggle with that, setting small goals, because it does bring me so much joy. So get started. Get you a notebook. I found this little notebook right here. Get a girl at Hobby Lobby for like $2. And there are so many things wrote down in here that I am planning for my business, for something else, another adventure that I am thinking about taking on. And just get started is the best thing that I can say. So today's question comes from, I believe, Ekim R, and they comment, do you need money to start? This is a tricky question. No, not really. If you're gonna sell on eBay, if you're gonna sell on Etsy or anything like that, typically any money that you're gonna owe them is gonna come out of your selling price that you have paid. So outside of buying your supplies, you don't really need much money to get started. One thing that got me started into reselling was really wanting to embrace minimalism. And so I started trying to get rid of stuff in my house that was taking up space and everything. And I was already selling on eBay with postcards. So I just started posting stuff on eBay that was already in my house that I wanted to get rid of: clothes, scrubs, books, odds and ends, as well as Facebook Marketplace. So depending on what you want to sell, how you want your small business to look, no, you may not need money or very little money to get started, because it could be as simple as just selling things around your house. Now, if you make stuff, then it's the money to get your supplies to make the things. And honestly, I feel like most people who are super crafty, who want to sell things that they make, typically already have the stuff in their home to make the stuff. So even then, you don't really need to spend money on getting those craft supplies. So I don't want to say it takes no money to get started, but in general, it's going to be very little to start your business, unless you are going into something where you want to make t-shirts, you want to create makeup or hair products or candles or something, and then you are having to put money into your business. You're having to invest in yourself to start your business and to say, okay, I want to do this, and so I'm gonna take the jump and do it. Again, start small. You have a t-shirt idea, maybe start with 5 or 10 t-shirts. You don't have to have 50 shirts in every size and every color to sell one design. Kind of play around with it. Get find out do a poll. Have people say, like, what are your average sizes for your following, to know kind of where should I go with this. That was the question. Today's small business is one that you have heard me mention before. I've bought from her. She is a YouTuber, and that is Liz from Flipping Lizards. So I'm going to link her channel down below. If you love reselling videos, check her out. She talks about eBay, she talks about selling on Amazon, and she also does a lot of unboxing videos. Now, she recently went on vacation and she put her eBay store in vacation mode, and business has kind of been slow since she took it off, which sometimes can happen when you use vacation mode on eBay. So I wanted to pick her this week and see if we can bless her store and get her store back in the algorithm and start getting her some more sales. So I will link her eBay store and her channel down below. If you are able to, and she has something that you like or even love, I encourage you to support her this week, and let's see if we can bless her store this week. I will even take a look and see if there's something that I can buy. I'm sure there is. She has lots of great stuff. So that is our small business for the week. Again, next week I will answer another question and present another small business to you guys that hopefully we can come together as a community and bless. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this first Small Business Saturday. I will be back next week to discuss picking your platform to sell on. I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.